everyone, welcome back to another Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise video. So before we get properly into today's video, I did just want to tell you about something that happened off camera. Well, kind of off camera anyway. So I did actually build Diana's vacation home and I actually recorded the entire thing. And I'm sure I've put some footage on the screen. Here's what it looks like. And I recorded the entire thing, but then once I finished the recording, I realised I didn't actually feel that proud of how it came out and I thought it just looked kind of not very good. Like I didn't really want to post a video on it because as much as I was really excited to build it and had a lot of fun building it, I didn't think it came out looking that great. But here's what it looks like in case you wanted to see it. But the reason I'm telling you about this is because after I finished building Diana's house, there was actually a cutscene. I thought I'd show you the cutscene just so you see more of what's happened in the story part of Happy Home Paradise. So here it is now. Oh, you're back! Thanks for your work, Lulu. Hello, Lulu. Lottie caught me up on everything happening here, yes. You've been working hard creating lots of vacation homes, I haven't been working too hard. Lulu is so helpful. Oh, if only they could live here and work for me full time. I think that would be a problem. After all, Lil Land depends on Lulu. Oh, I'm just joking. Oh, good one. In any case, I'm glad to see that things are going so smoothly here. Are you having issues with anything, Lottie? I'm willing to help with whatever I can, yes. Well, let's see. We do have a decent selection of furniture for our clients to decorate their homes, but we could always stand to have more. I'm just not sure where to source a wider variety of options. If that's the case, I think I could help you out there. Yes. I'll make arrangements so you can order any of the products from Nook Shopping for your vacation homes. Yay! Really? You do that for us? Oh, I would be forever in your debt. That's exactly what Tom Nook loves. It's no problem at all. Now I believe Lulu is rather familiar with our products, so if you have any questions at all, I hope you can rely on them for guidance. Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Nook. Don't mention it, I'm always happy to help, so please let me know if anything else comes up. Now then, I must be going. Take care and good luck. Oh, thank you, Tom Nook. Now I can use Nook shopping items as well. That broadens my range of design possibilities. Wow, a visit from Mr. Nook himself. I was totally caught off guard, but I think it all worked out okay. I mean, Tom Nook was here before because I made him a home. Speaking of Mr. Nook, it's payday for you, Lulu. So hopefully you've just watched that scene. Tom Nook turned up in the staff room and it was just really sweet and I thought I'd share it with you because I was really surprised that he turned up. And I think we're getting closer to the ending of the Happy Home Paradise storyline now. So today we're going to be building another home, which I'm really excited about. I did actually spot someone inside my cafe that I think we could build a pretty cute and interesting home for. So why don't we head there now? And here she is. This cafe is so relaxing. I could while away an entire day here without even trying, Squeaky. Oh, nice to meet you. You're with Paradise Planning, right? I'm here to enjoy the resort vibes, but I also heard this area has wonderful vacation homes too. You know, I've been looking for a vacation home on one of the islands around here. Could you help me? Okay, let's chat. Oh really? That's great. Let's strike while the iron is hot, shall we? A serious home garden. Okay, so she wants a few items that I think we can work with. Okay, but look at Naomi and Norma. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this plot may be a bit overused by now, but I really want just a basic, large, open space lot, and I want one with trees, and I just think the cedar trees look too woodsy and not cute and gardeny. So I am gonna go with the Sakura Hill lot again because I have an idea of what I want to go with in my head, and I think this is just a really basic, really pretty lot that you can do a lot with. So I think this lot is probably the one I'm gonna go with. I know I used it just recently on Alice's house, but I will be using my Alice's house design as inspiration for this one too because I really like the way that one came out, and I want to make more homes that feel that sort of cottagecore vibe. Seems like a lovely spot. I can't wait to see it in person, Squeaky. Now Dora, we found a good location and settled on the floor plan, so it's time to head out. Lulu, please lead Dora to the site and best of luck. Okay, let's go. Alright, so here we are. Looks like we have a lot of items to use outdoors. So this is where I'll be vacationing, huh? It's like a dream come true. I can't wait to see the finished home. Alright, so here we are building a serious home garden. But when I actually researched what Dora's home design idea was, it said a herb garden. That's the sort of idea I'm going to be going with, and I did look up some inspiration pictures. Of course, looks like we have a well and a wheelbarrow that she wants us to use. She also has this moss jar collection she wants me to use, which I'm not sure whether to include this indoors or outdoors. I think actually trying to put it outdoors could be a good idea. And for the house, so the house was something I had a very specific idea in mind straight away, and that is I wanted to go for a really cute small white cottage vibe. Hopefully I'm able to put some of the inspiration pictures I'm using right now on the screen for you to look at. But I'm thinking I want to go for this like really cute overgrown little home for a mouse, of course, because Dora is a mouse. Unfortunately, we don't have the option to put vines on the house. We can just imagine there's vines growing on it, but yeah, hopefully I have some inspiration photos that you're seeing on the screen right now so you know what I'm sort of going for. When I was reading about Dora, because I really like Dora, by the way, I'm not really someone that usually has mice villagers by choice. It's not that I dislike them, it's just that I love so many other villagers a lot more. I did have Dora quite a few times in my Wild World towns when I was younger, and I think she is one of the cutest mice villagers in my opinion, and I thought I'd tell you a bit about her while I'm decorating this. So it did actually say online that Dora really likes recycling, which I think is adorable. Like, what a cute hobby to have. And she also likes to carefully keep everything in her home organized and neat. This is something I actually want to try and remember when we decorate the interior of her home. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the outside, whether I want it to be super neat or an overgrown cottage garden, because I think it's kind of difficult to make a cottagecore garden vibe that isn't a little bit messy. So I'm not sure how neat and tidy the garden will be, but I am going to try and make her home quite neat and tidy, since that is something it says that she likes. And also something I found interesting was Dora used to be associated with the colour purple, because in the old game she always wore a purple dress, but I've noticed in the newer game she's more associated with blue and yellow and green. I think for this home I'm going to go with white and green for the colour scheme, but I think we could maybe try fit in some purple and other sorts of colours in here as well. Hopefully this won't look too similar to Alice's house or Kit's house, which have both been some of my favourites, and they were both built on this lot. I think it's just obvious I clearly have a favourite lot in this game. I just love the sakura trees, and I love sakura season. I don't think I'll ever stop making cute cottagecore sakura builds because I just love them. They make me so happy. So yeah, sorry this is another one of the same sort of thing, but it's quite clear that I have a style I enjoy building in, and this is just the sort of stuff I like, so hopefully you guys like it too. And so my idea is that we have a little garden plot to the left of her house. I'm thinking like a little herb garden. We can make it look like herbs with maybe bushes or glowing moss or weeds. What could be really cute is if it was fenced off to the side, or maybe we could even use an archway as an entrance. That's something else I saw as well on some inspiration photos, was archways into little garden plot areas, which I thought was so cute. Obviously we don't have much room in Animal Crossing. If I was able to build like an entire secret herb garden that like filled up a huge amount of space and had a long pathway going through it, I would love to do that, but we don't have a lot of space in these lots to build really extravagant gardens or anything. We definitely do have enough space, but for the idea I was going for, I don't think I'd be able to make like a huge secret garden or anything. So I think we are going to go for a small garden to the side. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I do want this moss jar to be out here, but I also don't know if I want it in my home interior, because I'm thinking I want to go for more rustic vibes, and I'm not sure this like metal shelf will go with the vibes I'm thinking of. So maybe we can kind of like hide it out here in the garden. Maybe if we put it behind a tree or something. Yeah, I don't know. I think that could be a good idea. I remember I did get comments on my video where I built the really extravagant toilet for, I think it was Leopold is his name, and someone said, oh, couldn't you just put the ugly items, like hid them in the garden behind his house? And yes, I should have thought of that, but for some reason in that video I was just like so upset. I just spent like hours building this gold fancy toilet and he didn't like it. I didn't think about going outside and trying to hide it behind the building. That video was just a bit crazy anyway. One thing I really love about building in the Happy Home Paradise area is that I get to customize what level the plants are growing at, so I can make the hedges just have little buds on or full grown flowers blooming, and you can do the same with the flowers as well. And it means I can be really creative with the options available to me, and I kind of wish I had that freedom in my actual Animal Crossing island, but maybe too much freedom on my Animal Crossing island would ruin it, I'm not sure. But I do really like the option to be able to choose the amount that the plants have grown, because I think it can make your garden look a lot more diverse and you can use different flowers and plants to look like different things. Okay, I'm kind of obsessed with this little garden table and chairs. It's so cute, and it really does give me Dora vibes, because Dora's so small and white and cute, and this little garden table and chairs is exactly the same. It's just small, white and cute, and I love it so much. I'm really excited to be making a home that's white themed today, because I love white homes and it's actually my dream to have like a white cottage. one day, or just a beautiful white house to live in. I just want it to be white. I'm not sure why or where that dream came from, but I just want it to be a white house. So I'm really excited to be building this today. When I was reading about Dora as well, it did say online that she prefers the harmonious theme, which I think is for Pocket Camp, but I think in all her previous Animal Crossing homes she's had an Asian style home on the inside. It's so beautiful. I'm not sure I'll be going for that today because honestly I don't think I'm very good at it, and I think I get a lot of things wrong when I'm trying to do that style. Being British, I'm much more comfortable building in like more of a British cottagecore-esque type of style. Hopefully you guys understand what I mean. Like, I don't want to do anything wrong. One thing I did draw out, so if you didn't know, when I build villagers' homes, sometimes I draw out a sketch of what I think their house would look like. And when I was drawing out Dora's house, I did imagine it had a lot of plant pots outside, and I really like this little plant pot, the little brown one, and the cactuses as well. And I think this little white one with the grass growing out of it is so perfect. It just is so perfect for this house, I think. So I definitely want to use that somewhere. If I don't manage to use it outside, I do want to use it on the inside because I think it's just such a cute item and it just really gives me Dora vibes. Maybe because it's small and white, just like her. One thing I always like to do as well when using the well item is put the bucket of water right next to it, because I think it just makes it look like you can actually use it, you know? Wouldn't it be cute if you could actually use it? Like, imagine the water in your watering can run out and you had to go up to the well and refill it, or the river. That would be so cute. Maybe I'm just wanting Animal Crossing to turn into Harvest Moon at this point though. Okay, so for the herbs, I do want a variety of plants. I'm thinking we go for glowing moss, since she did want glowing moss jars in this house. And I'm also thinking we could use some of the farming items like the plants, and like I said before, you can customize the plants to be at different stages of growth, so this is a really good chance to use that, I think, and make it all the plants look slightly different, and hopefully this can turn out looking okay. I think for the exterior part of this house we should stick to a brown, white and green sort of colour schemes and such lovely calming colours. This may take me a while though because I've been at this for quite a while already. I definitely want to keep the veggie basket out here though, because I think the veggie basket is perfect for this sort of home design, and I'm just so excited to be building another house that's like a garden style. I really enjoy building exterior homes and building gardens and everything. I haven't really made a lot of videos doing it because a lot of people do like speed builds of their actual island in Animal Crossing, and I've never done that because I don't just have like empty spaces on my island to do different builds. Like, I want my island to be a complete island and I don't just want random blank areas to keep blank so I can make YouTube videos building random things. So I've never been the type to make those videos like how to build this on your island or anything like that. Obviously I think those videos are amazing, but it's just not something I'm able to do because I don't have a second island or a second Switch or anything like that. I do not have the money for that sort of thing right now. All this time I've only been able to show you guys my interior decorating ideas, like my fairy home designs and everything, because the only place I was able to really freely build was Halves Island. But now I get to show you guys my builds on Happy Home Paradise, and I think if you look back at the first few of my videos, you can tell I wasn't actually very good at building at all, especially exterior wise. They looked really plain. I don't know if that's because of the lack of items or I just wasn't really sure what I was doing, but I think I'm getting a lot better and that makes me really happy. I love to make videos that are enjoyable for me like these ones, but I also love to feel like I'm actually doing good at something, and I genuinely feel like I've improved a lot at decorating in Animal Crossing. Even when I was little, I've always thought I wasn't very good at decorating, especially compared to other people, and even still now I'll compare myself sometimes to people on Instagram or other YouTubers. I see their builds and I'm like, wow, I could never build that. I don't know how people get so good at building, but I do feel like if I look back at my first builds from the start of Happy Home Paradise, that I've improved a lot, and that makes me really happy to see. Hopefully you guys are able to tell that I've improved a bit as well. Hopefully you guys don't think I got worse, because that would be really bad. I really enjoy just being in Animal Crossing and placing flowers and little items around. It's just so relaxing and lovely. I've always loved building in games. One of the main reasons I adored Sims, especially growing up, was because of the building aspect. When they first released Happy Home Designer on the DS, I was just so excited to finally have like a proper building game in Animal Crossing, and Happy Home Paradise is even better than Happy Home Designer in my opinion. I just have been loving it so much, and I just adore making these houses for the villagers. I think it's so much fun, and even if I was to design a house for every single villager in this game, I could still go back and redesign their homes, give them my own ideas for their homes and things. I just think that means you kind of have like endless gameplay, and I think that's amazing. I am struggling a bit with the pathway because I don't know whether to have a pathway going down to the archway and into the little herb garden or not. So I feel like then just the whole garden feels like a pathway. I'm not really sure how to do this and make it look right. I think I have chosen the correct items I want to use out here, but I'm just not sure. It feels a little off right now. So I may take some time to just sit in silence and actually think about how I want this to look. I think I've been too focused on talking, and now I'm like just seeing all this mess and I'm like, oh my god, I don't actually like what this looks like anymore. So yeah, give me a moment. Alright, so here's the finished home. Hopefully you guys like how this looks. I decided to incorporate some purple and white and green. The purple's just a little throwback to the dress Dora used to wear in the old games. I also dressed Dora up in one of my favourite lilac dresses in the game. As you can see, the garden is quite overgrown and natural, but I think it's still quite neat, and to me it sort of looks like Dora has sort of just moved into this place and is just building her own little garden to grow herbs in. Yeah, I used a lot of hedges, I used the well items she wanted, and I included quite a lot of vases and pots for her to grow different plants and herbs in. I just really like how it turned out, so I hope you guys like it. I really like how this turned out, especially this little garden area over here. I just think it's such a cute little area. I can just imagine Dora being back there planting things and growing flowers, and sitting over here and having a cup of tea with her friends. And obviously back here she has her wheelbarrow and her little glowing moss collection, and I just think this is all so cute. Maybe she sells herbs to the different villagers after she's grown them, or does cooking with them, I don't know, but I really like how this turned out. So why don't we head indoors and start the interior decorating. Okay, so I'm doing a voiceover for the interior decorating of this build because I feel like it's just easier that way, and otherwise the video goes on way too long, so hopefully you guys don't mind. With the interior decorating of this house, I didn't have to use any furniture because I used all of the requested furniture on the exterior of the house, so I kind of was able to do whatever I wanted in here. And obviously the entire home's theme was a garden, so really I didn't have anything to go with on the interior, and I could just do whatever I thought Dora would like. Obviously I wanted to use the garden aspect as some sort of inspiration, so I did want to go with like the same sort of vibes as the exterior of the house. I did also find inspiration photos for the interior of the house as well, and I was going for like a white and greenish cottage vibe. Of course, I really wanted it to have a lot of like vines and plants everywhere, since I imagine gardening is her hobby, since this is the home she wants. Yes, I know I use the fireplace in almost every single one of my homes, but I just love the fireplace, okay? It just makes every home so cozy. And maybe it's because I've never lived in a home with a fireplace, so I'm just living vicariously from my Animal Crossing villagers. Who knows, but I just love the fireplace, okay? So for the furniture in this home, I was mainly going for white colour scheme, and for that I had to use a couple of pieces of the log furniture and customise that to be birch wood, which I actually really like the look of, and I think it's so cute, and it really gives this like cozy cottage cabin sort of vibe. It just feels so rustic and lovely, and I love it. So I was really excited to use those items, and I had this one specific interior design picture I was looking at with this little low wooden coffee table. I just loved it, so I really wanted to try recreate it for Dora's house. I also thought that a TV would make the home feel much less cozy, so I decided to go with a painting above the fireplace instead of a television. And this is so random, but in my drawing for Dora's house, I wrote that she would want a yellow mug of tea. I don't know where I got this from, but I drew the little yellow mug item, so I decided that I would put the yellow mug item in her house. I think I just decided that Dora would like a yellow mug. I don't know where I got this information from. This house was another opportunity for me to just go mad with the houseplants, especially the wall hanging houseplants. I was really excited to do because I love these items. These are probably some of my favourite new items in the game. I just think hanging wall plants were like just a massive thing that wasn't in this game, and I'm so glad they're back. I also decided to use the hanging vines, which are a ceiling item, like a lamp item, which I usually always forget about. I think it's because they're in the lamp section, but I did actually get a chance to use them this time. I thought it'd be really cute to imagine the vines are growing out of other plants, or just hung up on the wall, or growing in from the outside. I have no idea, but I do sometimes see a lot of people with real vines growing inside the house, and I just think it's so beautiful, and I thought Dora would definitely have that. Since she's into gardening and everything, at least that's what this home design has decided for her. Also, back to the yellow mug of tea. Maybe I went with yellow because it reminded me of cheese, and she's a mouse and people like to say that mice like cheese. Maybe that's why. I don't know. something I wanted to test out again in this house was using a different combination of wood colours. So like I said earlier, I really wanted to use the white wood furniture, but I also wanted to use dark wood, and I think white wood and dark wood can go together really well if you do it right, and I think I managed to do it okay this time. I was also really excited to use candles because I just knew that in this house you would have like the coziest, cutest candles, and I love the mum's candle item, and I think customized to be cream with the little flowers on is just like so cute and dainty and gorgeous, and I love that item so much. It's just so little and cute, so I loved being able to use that in our home. I also used the big vase of lilies, which is so huge and just so pretty, and I love it so much, and it really gave off the exact colour scheme I wanted to go for, the white and green. At first when I started building this house, I thought I was going to go for like a really tiny home, since she is a little tiny mouse and I imagine she lived in this really small little house. I also thought this on the exterior when I was first building it. I thought I'd go for the small house. Unfortunately, the smaller homes don't have as much decorating options, so I had to go with the big house to go with the sort of vibe I wanted to give off. And eventually in this house I did have to expand it to make space for a little dining room table and a kitchen area, because I thought, what's the use in having a huge herb garden if you don't even have a little kitchen to cook things with the herbs, you know what I mean? So I did feel like I had to include some sort of kitchen, and yeah, I really wanted to stick with that like white and green colour scheme, which I think is so calming, and I'm actually thinking about decorating my own house with this sort of colour scheme soon. I'm really thinking I want my bathroom and my bedroom to have more green in it, and I found recently that the colour green is just so calming for me especially. I'm not sure if you guys like green, but I don't know, I think I kind of hid away from green for a long time, even though when I was younger my favourite colour was pink and green, which are definitely my favourite colours again now as an adult. But I don't know, did anyone else go through the stage when they were younger where they thought they were like too cool for colours? Like when I was like, I want to say around like 9 to like 13, I was like, oh, I don't even like pink. My favourite colour is purple, because I thought I was like different. I'm not like other girls, you know? I think I was just embarrassed to like pink when really pink was my favourite colour. I don't know what that was. I see a lot on TikTok nowadays that a lot of girls went through that sort of stage. If you went through a stage like that, please let me know. Obviously if you genuinely just don't really like pink, that's fine. Of course everyone has their own favourite colours, but I genuinely adored pink. My whole bedroom was pink. When I was at school I'd be like, no, I like purple. I'm like pink, like somehow liking a certain colour defines your personality. I don't know. But now I'm pretty much extremely open about the fact that I love pink, and I also love green because I just think it's so lovely. Anyways, back to this house. I went on a tangent there. I really loved this rug because it had purple, yellow and green, which like I said earlier were the exact colours I was going for with Dora, since she did used to wear a purple dress, and I just think the green and yellow give off such lovely garden vibes, and I was just really excited when I put this rug down and saw that it was all those colours that I was going for. Thought it was so perfect for her home. And I used a different flooring in this home as well. Usually I just use this one wood flooring in the game that I'm obsessed with, that I haven't managed to be able to find for my actual island home yet. I'm not sure when I'll be able to find that. Hopefully you guys know what one I'm talking about. It's like this light wood, plain wood plank flooring. I think it's called the natural wood flooring, but I went for a different flooring in this one. I decided to go for this more orangey coloured square wood flooring. I was looking at the inspiration photos and the house I was looking at had flooring just like this, and I thought I'd give it a go and branch out, you know. I shouldn't just stick to my own favourite things. I should try branch out to other sorts of flooring and wallpapers, even if they're not ones I would choose. Sometimes I struggle with that while decorating, that I want the villager's house to use things I like and not what they'd like, and I think sometimes you have to take yourself back away from the build and be like, what would Dora like? Not what would I like, what would Dora like, you know? I did see a comment on one of my videos recently that someone said they really like that I actually think about what my villagers enjoy and what they would like, rather than just what looks cute and aesthetic, and that made me really happy because yes, that is something I do. I do always try to think about what my villagers like, and I decorate their outside of their homes on my island based on things they like, not what I like. Like if I was doing it on what I like, Drift would not have a yellow and red garden outside his house. He would have a pink garden with magic fairy mushrooms and pink hyacinths and garden wagons, and there would be no sign of anything that is currently outside his house. But it just doesn't suit Drift, and I know that's not what Drift enjoys. So yeah, I'm always trying to give the villagers what they would like, and especially this time around I did have to take a step back and think, even though I wouldn't do this, Dora would definitely do this. And yeah, I think it turned out really great in the end, and in the end I am actually in love with this house. I don't know, I think it's hard sometimes to branch away from the items you know look good, like for me it's just the like white wood wallpaper and the natural wood flooring, which are my favourite, and I just think look great every single time. I think I did go for the white wood wallpaper again in this house, but it's kind of the only basic white wallpaper we have other than the one you start off with, which is just a bit too basic in my opinion. So I did end up using that wallpaper again, but I did also use some really lovely grandma core green wallpaper, which I think gave the house a lovely finishing touch, and I love how it looks. By the way, I don't know if I've said this in the video yet, but I am obsessed with the ranch set in this game. It is so beautiful and it is now my favourite set. I did always like the ranch set when I was younger, especially in Wild World and City Folk. I'd use it a lot because I thought it just was so cute, but I did always find it to be a tiniest bit too orange. All the sofas and everything were always blue and you can change that, but in this game the ranch set is so customizable. You could use it in so many different styles and I'm just obsessed with it and I love it so much. I think you can put this set in like every home and it would look great. I think that's really important in furniture and games, is that it can be used in a variety of ways and customized to suit so many different characters, especially in a game like Animal Crossing where there's like 300 villagers. Introducing furniture that works for a lot of them is really important, and yeah, I just love the ranch set. I'm definitely trying to use a lot more of it in my own home in the game, and I'm obsessed and so excited whenever I get a chance to use it. So I think what really brought this home fully together in the end was the wall decoration items. Like I said, I used a lot of hanging plants and vines, but I also used a lot of shelves and things in the kitchen, which I think really brought it together because it's a really small little space. It's only like a 3x3 little area in the corner. I think the shelves really made it feel much bigger and like you could actually fit a lot of stuff in there. And I thought the spice rack was just so necessary for this house because, like I said, she is growing herbs in her garden, so she would have a lot of herbs and spices that she's made herself, and I just thought it would be really weird to not use the spice rack, so I had to be sure to use that. And I also used the flower garland because if you've been watching my Happy Home Paradise builds for a while, you know these really remind me of just like dried herbs, so I knew for sure that I wanted to use these in the little kitchen area, especially in orange. I think they give off that vibe perfectly and it just feels like such a cozy little kitchen. I love it so much. And this time around I finally was able to use the bonsai table, and I didn't realise this till quite near the end of decorating. I think I said in a previous video that I really wanted to use this item in a house but I hadn't unlocked it yet. Well, I recently unlocked it and I was so excited to be able to use it in this house because it's just so perfect for this house. I feel I'm just obsessed with this item. I really want this item on my own island. I think it's adorable. I think it's definitely something a lot of grumpy villagers would love, and it just looks so cozy and lovely. I love all the little plants and it looks so much better than the little table I had there originally. Definitely one of my favourite items in the game for sure. You might have noticed when I was building the exterior that I was trying to fit a bike in for a long time, and I think eventually I decided not to because it looked really messy. I did try to put a bike on the inside of her home to make up for it, but eventually I just thought it looked too much like she lives in a city or something, having a bike on the inside of her house, because I know a lot of people with apartments have to do that. I thought for sure Dora would have like a shed or something around the back of her house that she'd keep her bike in. I do have this image in my head of Dora with a little bike and a basket, and the basket has like little apples and oranges and flowers in and bread, and she just cycles around on this little bike. Like, can you imagine that? It's so cute. Oh my goodness. By the way, let me know in the comments, do you like Dora or not? I'm not sure if she's very popular. I think she's adorable. I just think she's so cute. Like, you can't go wrong with Dora. She's adorable. One of my favourite items that I put in this house is the pine cone mobile, which I usually use in my fairy core home designs. I just thought it was so cute, and I could imagine Dora walking around collecting pine cones and acorns, and I'm kind of really obsessed with how this house looks in the end. I'm really excited for you all to see the finished room. So I think I've been rambling for way too long now, so why don't we skip ahead and I'll give you a tour of the home. Let's go! Okay, so here we are in Dora's finished home. Isn't this so cozy and lovely? I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think I managed to give off the exact colour scheme that I was going for on my head. As you can see, we went for yellow, green and bluish vibes. Really slightly bluish and purpley around the place, like the book and the vase and the little purple hints on the rug. There's also a little purple umbrella, but most of everything here is cream, white and green, which is so calming and I'm really obsessed with it. She has a little book and candles and pillows in the living room. I'm obsessed with that green colour of the wall hanging, by the way. And on the green wall we have a lot of embroidery and paintings, and of course the little kitchen in the corner. I just think it feels so cozy and lovely here. Like, look at this little bonsai collection over here. I'm obsessed with it so much. It feels so lovely. Here's her bedroom in the corner. She just has a little bed and some flower wreaths on the wall, and I really love this berry lamp. It's so cute. And I managed to use that little white grass pot that I was telling you guys I just think suits Dora so well. It's just so cute. I also put a little clover painting on the wall, which is just a design that's available in the game. And here's her kitchen. She has a lot of cute little plates, a teapot, and she's made some strawberry pancakes, and she has a cute little chopping board with a green tea towel on it, and her little veggie basket, a collections of herbs and spices, and of course her living room over here, which is just so cozy. I don't know how to explain it. It's so lovely. I'm obsessed with it, and she's really enjoying it. I think she loves it. She looks adorable here, and I love it for her. I would love to live here myself. I hope you guys like how it looks. I love the orangey wood as well. I don't usually use that type of wood, but I used white, brown and orangey coloured wood in this home, and I think it managed to come out looking really good. I'm not sure how I did that, because usually I think I'd feel that's like not good if it's not matching, but I think it came out okay. So why don't we go show you Dora and see what she thinks. So, how's the vacation homework coming along? Is it ready yet? It's ready. Oh, how lovely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the time and effort you put into this. You've made me so happy, Squeaky. Okay, so let's take a look at your lovely herb garden. Oops. Turns out I didn't have enough screenshot space for that. Sorry if I ruined the tour. Thank you so much. I'd never be able to make my room this nice if I did it myself. Careful on your way back, Squeaky. See ya. That took me so long. Oh my goodness, when I started it was daytime. Now I believe Nico has an important announcement for us. Take it away. Thanks, Lottie. I suppose it's nothing too surprising, but I'm pleased to announce that the venue is ready. I went all out and put up decorations all over the place. I think folks will really enjoy them. We're having a party already? Thanks for all your help, Nico. It'd also be nice to have some music to make the event really pop. That reminds me, Wardell, didn't you once say you know someone in the music biz? Any chance they could handle music at the venue? Leave it to me. Continue your excellent work on the vacation home, Lulu. It shouldn't be long until you get permission to work on the next facility. I'm counting on you. Thanks, everyone. Oh, I guess the party isn't now? That's good because I'm really tired. I've been building for a long time. So possibly the next house we build will have a party afterwards. I'm really excited to find out. Look at all the lights everywhere. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Everything's all ready for a party. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is so cool! Wow! Oh my goodness, look at these guys hula dancing. We have to join in. We have to. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you all liked how Dora's home came out. I think it came out really cute, and I'm really proud of it, and I love it. So I hope you guys like it too. I think I said this in my last video. I'm currently trying to raise money to buy an upgrade to my editing software so I can finally upload videos in 1080p because they're all recorded in 1080p. But my editing software doesn't allow me to export the videos in 1080p. So you're always watching my videos in 720, and I really want to be able to upload better quality videos for you all. So if you're interested in helping me raise money to buy an upgrade to my editing software, the link to my Ko-Fi account is in the description. There is no need to help me out at all. It's just something I wanted to tell you guys about, and I'm hoping that eventually I'll have enough money to upgrade the editing software. And before I go, I do just want to say an extra special thank you to my Patreon supporters for supporting me this month. Thank you all so much for your support every single month, especially my little fairies and little flowers. I love and appreciate you all so much, and your support really does help me out. So thank you all so much for everything. And to the rest of you, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a super lovely day today, remembering to take care of yourself. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of this build, and I'd love to hear how you're doing today and what you've been up to recently. Please do let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing, only if you want to though. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you in my next video. Bye!